My name is Danny Price. I study philosophy and ethics, English language and media studies.
My name is Jake Shiras. I study media studies, history and English language.
My name is Ilza Greenert and I'm doing fine art, textiles and media.
My name's Paige Bowers and I do textiles, photography and media.
I'm William Meikle and I do business, media and health and social care.
And I'm Shannon Clements and I take business, media and maths.
Time is 11:45. The officer...
I can hear Steve already. It's great.
So,
I think it was Steve.
guess you know why. Cap on your tongue.
Let's try spinning, that's a good trick.
Oh, it was a girl.
No comment?
Don't know about you, man, but I think she's the killer.
Let's see what you make of this then.
This silhouette on his face, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's a good silhouette.
Alice Cooper, 19 years of age, student. Very well with her studies, a very popular person.
The black and white flashback thing is really good.
Hanging out with friends.
I like these little flashback things. It'd be very boring if it was just on a table. Like one still shot of people on a table, that'd be so dull.
Yeah,
She was going to a party
that's neat.
I'm trying to pay attention.
till a local shopkeeper found her hand covered in blood.
She's sitting forward now.
She was a tattoo artist.
Oh shit.
Well, we
That was a bit
received
brutal.
a call about a noise in a
Someone didn't learn his
nearby
lines.
abandoned house. By the time we got there, John was already dead. We had found you
Christ.
with a dead body at your feet.
You didn't run away?
Matter,
No, she carried him to the house and stood over him.
Dave Brown or Alice Cooper, we are going to convict you of the murder of John Lakewell.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
That was all.
What makes a person evil? What makes a person do such horrible things to another? Indeed,
Same girl.
I killed all three
Yeah.
of them. Indeed, I killed all three of them. But does that make me a bad person?
Yes.
I felt like life drove many people to hurting themselves and even to suicide. I guess when you're at the top of the food chain, you feel like you can't be touched. That was the first time I killed. And although it was a horrific
That's cool.
thing to do, I can rest knowing that she'll never hurt anyone again. I wasn't going to take it further in my ass. He had gone into debt and couldn't buy himself out. When he went home, he asked his wife for a loan, but she didn't have enough to give him. Not her fault. Her for his misfortune, he drugs her. Lastly, his brother was doing quite well for himself, and so he could get high. Fucking disgusting.
Two
Are they
wrongs don't
gone
make a
now?
right.
Do you get corrupted? Or do they have no other choice? But tell me this. Who is the bad guy?
You. You killed the. You
There's a
called
killer
the killer.
right there.
Yes. You.
Pretty good, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, could have been like directed really poorly and it'd been really boring, but no, it's good. There's a lot of stuff coming at you really quickly, and it's easy to get lost in that. But
It never felt boring. I was never like, when's it gonna end?
It was kind of dark, but it was interesting at the same time. It was keeping you like in the movie.
yeah, it's like creates tension. It's really good.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah.
There was a lot of really neat usage of lighting, especially at the start when you had that one light and then it cast shadows across one half of the face, and especially when the guy went like that and it turned off. I think that was really cool. And just all the flashbacks with the grey colour scheme, and it just looked good. It I don't know, it was really apparent what was going on.
Yeah, I was going to say camera shots as well. Like they change really regularly.
Cinematography definitely, like the mise en scène, like just the black empty room.
I think the best thing that you got obviously the empty room and that one light, so it's all dark and then that one little ray of light. I think that contrasted the copper and the nice guy, because he was like, he looks at one perspective and was like, you're nasty, you killed these people. She's like, yeah, but they were pricks too.
I liked the lighting and the camera angles.
Yeah, just the style
Yeah, the
overall,
style of it.
and the black and white for the, is it flashbacks?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'd say like sort of the ability to just like follow along with it. It was just good. Like the way that things progressed, it wasn't like confusing. Like there weren't elements that I didn't understand. Like everything was just sort of there, and it was easy to understand and easy to follow in a way that really worked.
Yeah, I like the message at the end as well, like to show that wasn't her that was evil, it's like the other people.
There was little stuff. There was a couple of things where like the music just like jumps, or when you're cutting from like the black and white to back in the courtroom, it's like a little. But I mean, it's a student film. It's.
One problem I had was that the actors' lines were delivered quite weirdly.
I don't even know.
Maybe the sound.
Oh.
It was kind of fuzzy.
I don't think anything. I liked it the way it was.
I think the killer needed a bit more backstory. I mean, it was good. I followed along what was happening, but I think maybe a little more backstory into like the killer and maybe like her life. I know like we saw her getting bullied by that girl and her sort of ideals towards like being bad at the end of the film, but I think maybe a little bit like of backstory in her life would maybe improve it a bit.
Yeah, I agree with that. You could put it at the beginning, so I think it makes sense.
What do you think?
I'm gonna say it's a crime. Definitely some elements of noir, the black and white filters.
Thriller, horror.
Thriller?
that
Or
kind of thing.
drama?
Yeah, maybe drama.
Maybe sort of like a thriller I'd go for. Or yeah.
Might be hybrid though.
Yeah. So thriller hybrid with something.
There's like a couple of specific things that stick out. The reveal that the Alice Cooper one got me the most. That she was like, that was in it, right? Where she like smacks her with a book and she was like a bully. Because it's the choice that she's like, oh, she's studying, she's loved by everyone, and you get this idea of the character built up, and then you see her like smacking a bitch up, and I can't say that kind of. Then you see her like being a bully and stuff, and it kind of, you know, flips what you would think on your head in like, to pull that off in like 5 minutes is quite.
If you wanna.
I really like the posters as well.
We're going on to that. We're going on to the
Are we going
poster.
on to that? Okay. I did like how in the violence scene it worked well. Like the use of camera angles really sort of made it believable instead of just sort of having like that one motion, that one set camera angle, and just sort of playing it off as you hit them and it's obviously not like real. But I think it worked well in that film. So.
Suits the film in.
Like it suits the style and of the film.
Tonally, yeah. I mean, it's the light and dark again.
Yeah.
It's a little contrast to the same thing. That made it.
Two-Face.
Yeah. I don't know why it got an 18 rating. I'll have to talk to the NDA about that. I'm on that board, you see. Yeah. Yeah. So from the tagline, there are always two sides to every story. I guess you're trying to drill that in,
The-
so that comes across.
Typography, like the font's like very like
Spooky.
not spooky. Like it fits like the detective like case files you get.
I have to see this lady very briefly around college a few times, and she's very scary to me.
I think it does because it matches. You know, the last scene where she looks up to the camera. I think the photo matches.
I
It's really
think
good.
the only thing you could change would be the image.
That's meant to be coming next, but okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
the
it suits
line.
the film, especially the little tagline. There are always two sides of a story. I think it really fits in well with what the film was trying to convey, like the message it was trying to convey.
I think the effect you're going for with the white on black, there's part of her, I guess it's a zip or
Yeah.
something that's underneath the D. If you got rid of that, the face would stand out a lot more.
Then maybe move her a bit to the left a bit more, because you've got like this black space.
I like all the black.
Really?
No, yeah, I think it's good. I think if she's like in the middle, you're like,
No, not in the middle, just like,
I think it's good because this at the end of her neck, it's right on the edge, and I don't know. I like it that way. Because it's like the other side of her face is literally not even on the thing. Then it looks silly if like she's in the middle and this half of her face is missing. I get the hairs over there, but you know, nah. Well, there you go. I like it on that side. I like it a bit.
The image of the poster, it doesn't really suit the movie itself.
Or even like a bit of colour,
Yeah,
because it's just black and white.
it's too animated.
Yeah.
It's a bit blank space. At the top.
Yeah, there's a bit of blank space, and I mean, it's just one colour. It's just black and white, and not all of the film's black and white, so I don't know, people might misinterpret that.
I'd be interested in it.
I wouldn't think it's short.
Yeah.
Probably. I'll watch anything.
No.
I actually would.
I'm
I'd
honest.
be intrigued. So yeah, I would.
Just judging on the poster, would you watch the film?
Yeah, I'd watch the film. Yeah, it seems interesting, and like I said, there are always two sides of a story. It's interesting to see, like, sort of what's behind that, especially with the figure.
It's got the same colour scheme, the black and white, same typography.
Yeah, you got the black and white when it's all this and it's images of the flashbacks and then
Yeah.
the poster in the corner's a bit jarring.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I like the style of it, the way it like it's split in half, and you have like the article and the image. I think it looks really effective.
I think it suits it. The lighting on the right, I'm not sure, because everything else is in black and white, and then there's that one clip of the killer, just in normal lighting. So I'm not really 100% on that, but the writing and the interview and everything else, like that's fine in my opinion.
Spoiling the end of the movie by
Spoiling
saying
the-
Catherine Young is the killer in the
killer.
corner. That might be a bit of a giveaway. Because even looking at it, you can get that it's this. Even looking at like just like you said from the colour, you can tell what you're getting into before you even look at the film. But I don't think you need to put as the killer. I mean, I assume the article tells you what it's about.
The article is actually an interview, so...
Oh right, okay. That's what won't tell you too much.
No.
I play the killer.
I don't think there's anything
No.
that needs to be improved.
Maybe matching it to the poster more, it's like the lighting and everything. So you've got the colour on that one, but the poster's just black and white.
Yeah, I have to agree with Shannon.
Just when it's Ashley's turn to speak, speed it
Speed it?
up.
Fuck.
Okay, thank you very much for your time.
I like the movie and the poster and the double page spread, but the only thing that could be changed is like the image on the poster. That's about it. Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Not really. I think I've said all I have to say. Really, it's just again, it's a good project.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.